Today I am trying my best to work smarter and not harder. I have my sunscreen on today. I have my bandana slash whatever you want to call this. I kind of like made this for myself for work because we don't have air conditioning right now. And I don't like seeing my hair anywhere except in my head. I have been handling food since a very young age. I'm still pretty young, but it's been 2 decades since I started my first job in the hospitality industry. So primarily beaches, bars, clubs, you name it, restaurants, delis, catering, weddings, and I truly and really love what I do. I'm outgoing, I'm talkative, I like to laugh, I like to smile, I like to feed people because food makes everyone happy, and I'm a little bit overweight. They say you are what you eat, but I say nobody really trusts a thin cook or like an itty bitty skinny waitress. So my profession right now is I work a deli slicer. I worked for ShopRite for 5 months, and to no fault of my own, we parted ways. I did receive a letter stating that I was eligible for 5 racks, but I would rather work simply because I'm in decent health and I have a parent who's disabled, and it just seems wrong to collect money when my legs work, my arms work. There are people missing limbs, can't see, can't hear, have severe mental disabilities, retardation. I know plenty of people who are autistic or have autistic children, and it's a personal preference on working. If you are disabled, there are jobs who do discriminate, there's jobs who don't discriminate, and I've been thinking of covering my head for 9 years now, and it's sad that we live in a world where racism and racial divide cause so much uproar and insanity that I highly doubt that there are bosses out there willing to allow me to do so, especially being a white woman. Things got pretty radical during 9/11 and after. So, I don't want to cause any drama or have any more attention than there already is on me. Somebody that I'm very close with speaks to me about lashes and brows pretty frequently because, this person feels that I don't need the extra makeup, especially in the heat or with my profession. And, right now, walking is a huge part of my life and a big part of my fitness journey. I'm working on losing 2 pounds a week by walking and drinking water. I try my best to walk 2 miles per day, and it is by choice. Right now, financially, it's just more beneficial if I do walk. However, That's not the reason why I do it. I do it for fitness purposes as well as to clear, for mental health, to clear my mind, relax my conscience, and to get out all of that extra anxiety, any jitters, any, stress, aggravation. I highly recommend walking if you suffer from anxiety or you suffer from any mental health disorder. I feel my symptoms most correlate to borderline personality disorder. So it doesn't mean I have split personalities or more than one personality. It doesn't mean I'm mean. It doesn't mean I'm dangerous. It doesn't mean I'm aggressive. It means that when I come in contact with somebody who I love them extremely hard, and I have a tendency to have a favorite person, FP. If you've ever seen that abbreviation online, that's what FP stands for, favorite person. So I guess it's difficult to have friendships and relationships with others when you're hypersensitive, and that would be my emotional immaturity. I am smart. I'm a hard worker. I'm an intelligent woman and mother. I don't consider myself disabled. However, the state of New Jersey would consider me disabled. I have never applied for disability. It recently was suggested to me. I may or may not do it for the simple fact that I've been in recovery for 2 years and my brain chemistry is slightly different from the regular average individual. For a long time, I failed to admit this due to social norms and being judged, mainly by employers and, of course, family. I don't want my children being judged at school or whatever the case may be. It's a different type of world that we're living in now. People are transitioning from men to women, women to men, and society accepts, sex changes. Society accepts gay and lesbian marriage. Society accepts people identifying as cats, dogs, whatever they want to identify with, non-binary, and I identify as a healthy, strong, heterosexual adult woman who wants to get married to a man, obviously. I mean, in my mind, it's obvious. I believe in monogamy now that I'm a little bit older, and I never was sexually hyper person. I've always maintained long-term relationships. And the reason why I'm making this video is to let people know that any type of addiction or mental illness does not define you as a wife, as a mother, as a person who has a job and is employed. I find that employers typically discriminate if you show any signs of mental illness or anxiety. So walking, it breaks up the high energy for me, and it gives me a moment before I walk into an establishment to collect my thoughts. Driving riles me up. It rattles my nerves. It causes me fear and anxiety. So I don't particularly care for it. Not to say that I'll never do it again, or I don't have the desire to own or operate a motor vehicle. I have spoken to particular people about allowing me to drive their vehicle. I've also thought about investing $300 or $400 to get behind the wheel on a professional level, like a driving school. I strongly dislike being isolated and being treated poorly, especially in the workplace, not the one I'm at, but just in general, by coworkers when they loudly and proudly scream, "I saw you walking." I would rather walk than ride a bike because I think the bike is more embarrassing. For whatever reason, people associate walking and bike riding with immigrants and with people that are poor or people that have DUIs, and it's really bothering me. It never used to. My legs are beautiful. My legs are in such phenomenal shape that is a huge benefit of the exercise I do. And right now I have $800 I need to pay immediately in bills, and if I was owning and operating a motor vehicle at this time, especially because I'm completely alone, I have no family, no friends to call loyal. I live alone. I have no roommate. If I had a husband, it'd be different. But anybody who's living alone, struggling. I'm not eligible for food stamps. I make above requirements. So food is, an issue and a struggle. I try to cook at home, but I don't like gas. I don't like electric. I prefer gas, and I have electric. So I want to make this video to just talk to my supporters, my followers, my friends, my loved ones, and let them know that if you see me or anyone walking, taking a bus, riding a bike, don't embarrass people. "Hey, I saw you walking." It's rude. Don't alienate me and make me feel less than, as if I don't have a place in this world. I don't have a right to walk to my job or, exercise outdoors, bird watch, whatever it is. Yes, I'm older, but I'm not old. I'm not asking society to accept me. I'm just asking that you leave me the fuck alone, pretty much. I'm a good girl. I do well with customers. I don't cause trouble. I don't bother anybody. I don't party. I make my bed, take my garbage out when I'm supposed to. And I have good personal hygiene. I'm not a whack job. So I just want people to know and understand. It seems like society has a lot of questions. They find me extremely interesting. They're intrigued by my story. Very small bit they know of it. A lot of people question my relationship with my... The term talk of the town really applies to me, and it's not for sexually deviant reasons. Yeah, I'm an animal lover. I'm friendly. I'm gentle, babies love me, and kids love me, even elderly people love me, and I respect all. I fear none, and I'm always 10 toes down, back against the wall. I accept constructive criticism, and I feel that if you aren't genuinely concerned and you genuinely don't care about my health, my future, my wealth, my well-being, my education, tearing a woman down who is making do and doing the best I can with what I have, maintaining a level of gratitude and respect for all, I put that out into the universe, and I don't expect it back because expectations will really ruin your life. I just pray a lot and meditate, and when I pray, I typically ask God to bless those around me and to help them to understand me more, because I do feel misunderstood in a way. From what I feel in my heart, the messages that God conveys to me through meditation, through rest and relaxation, through, just reading my Bible, or which I haven't done in a while, relaxing in solitude and talking to God, understanding Him, and journaling, things of that nature. I can't even journal anymore because somebody at my place of employment found some poetry and some music lyrics and accused me of being a specific thing where people want to unalive themselves. So I have to be very mindful and very careful because I can't end up in Shoreline. I actually had a meeting for rental assistance, and during the questionnaire, the female looked me in my eyes and asked me a couple times about suicidal ideation, and I don't feel I put off that attitude, but I guess because my life is so hard, people automatically assume that I can't handle the pressure. From what I feel and understand, God has put these things in front of me and in my path in order to harden me and toughen me. Not harden me in a sense to where I'm desensitized, but I'm a soldier. Like, God wants to use me for tough battles. So He has molded my life. My worst day in recovery, my best day in active addiction. Talk about recovery because people don't understand it, and they just kind of group you into one large category of scumbags. But now that I don't drink and I just drink my water, I smoke a little bud here and there, nothing crazy. I'm not a fiend. You could be a weed fiend, you feel me? I use some edibles to help me sometimes because, like I said, I do suffer from certain mental health issues. I used to deny it, but now I'm just accepting it. I strongly dislike people glorifying the term psycho or crazy, like in the songs, I'm not crazy, bitch, I'm psycho. I strongly dislike that because I want to be anxiety free while driving. I want to get behind the wheel confidently, and I want to honestly answer questions for people that are curious. However, the stigma attached to the word mental health, it can be debilitating. So I wanted to make this video while I did my mile walk so that people can understand that I'm growing emotionally and mentally and spiritually and financially as well, but I'm completely alone, okay? I don't get any outside support or help. And I know there's agencies out there, but you gotta remember, you're a dime a dozen. It's just like the methadone clinic. You go in there, they probably see 4,000 people a day. You sit with your counselor and it's very robotic, you know. I've had 5 or 6 counselors. I've had 5 or 6 counselors since I started. So it's just, it's hard. And like just now, somebody just stopped their whole car while on a cell phone in traffic on Route 9, waving to me like a psychopath, stopping their car, stopping traffic. Are you serious? Like, people make it like I'm this celebrity. Like I became an internet sensation or like some type of OnlyFans girl overnight, and that's not the case. Everything I have, everything I do, everywhere I go, I have to work extremely hard, okay, for everything. Literally for a bar of soap, I have to bust my ass for a roll of motherfucking toilet paper. Nothing I have or have ever received has come easily, and outsiders, they think I portray the image of, you know, I got it like that, or pretty privilege, when in actuality I was dealt a very bad hand of cards as a child, and I've been struggling since birth. That's the type of life I live. I don't appreciate the negative comments, the hearsay, the gossip, and just the way that society acts and treats me. I want to maintain my humility despite if my OF has blown up or is blowing up or will blow up more. My goal is to be like Kayla Thayla, to be like Island Boys, to be like these females and males on TikTok and online who are making 30, 40K a month. I'm nowhere near that. I can barely even feed myself and pay my rent, okay? I'm using Amazon, I'm using DHQ, I'm using every opportunity given to me.